Today we have a simul. So there's going to be a simul starting at 8:45. That's about half an hour, or sorry, it's about 45 minutes from now. If anyone wants to send a game or anyone wants to send a challenge, I was hoping to get some challenges lined up before, basically as early as possible, just so I'd have a sense of how many people there would be. So if anyone wants to send a challenge to me basically on chess.com, please do. So I've got the live analysis board open, and hey, welcome Sam Sejwani. Thanks for joining the stream. But yeah, so if anyone wants to send a challenge, I was looking for 30 minutes plus 30 seconds, and I sort of wanted to square those up kind of as I was doing my lesson. So yeah, 30 minutes plus 30 seconds, that would be cool. Yeah, please let me know. But yeah, 30 minutes plus 30 seconds is the time for the simul. Sam Sejwani sent the first one, 30 minutes plus 30 seconds. Cool. All right, so we know we've got at least one. That's always good. Thank you for sending that, Sam Sejwani, and you're gonna be first in the simul, and I appreciate it. So cool. Yeah. So I was gonna start taking a look at games. Yeah, we were gonna do this simul for today. So yeah, I guess the first game that was lined up was this one. It was a game from Pravilo. Yeah, cool. So if anyone wants to send me challenges, 30 minutes plus 30 seconds, feel free. Yeah, we've got some coming in. So that's the first one, and whoever else wants to send some in, please do. Hey, welcome Smiggy, welcome. Thank you guys very much for being here. I was hoping to square up the challenges on the simul as soon as possible. So 30 minutes plus 30 seconds is the time control, and that's sort of what I was hoping for here. So, anyways, yeah, please feel free to send, and yeah, cool. Let's see. I was also just gonna send out. Awesome, cool. Thanks, Ashton. We're up to 2. How to defend against the Traxler with white. The main idea about Traxler is white. Yeah, I mean, the Traxler can be sidestepped pretty easily. You know, if you like playing the knight attack, that's the first one. But yeah, we're up to 30-30, or 30-30 for 3 people now. Cool. Hey, thanks for the follow, Conrad. I appreciate it. And we have 30 minutes plus 30 seconds from 3 people. Feel free to send challenges. I want to see how quickly we can kind of get this going. No rush. But yeah, the thing will start in about 40 minutes, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing how many people we can get for this. So solid 3 people here, and the score to beat is 16. That's what we had last time. Okay, so here's Pravilo's game. Pravilo's looking at his situation as black here. All right, e4, e6, knight f3, d5, knight to c3. And yeah, here basically what are, kind of, this is kind of an unusual opening. Knight to f3 is not, this is the knight variation of the French. A distant second to d4, but yeah, knight to f3, d5, knight to f3. I guess d5 is still probably the most d5 is the most kind of French thematic move here. You're kind of in an interesting situation. You could alternatively go with c5, but yeah, that easy d5 basically that keeps it a French structure. If you play c5 here, it sort of turns into the Sicilian variation or Sicilian defense French variation. Yeah, so I play simul against all challengers, 30 minutes plus 30 seconds. We can see here I'm up to 4 people challenging. So yeah, Versa, please just send 30 minutes plus 30 seconds to me on chess.com. But yeah, we're up to 4. Last time we had 16, and as many as are here, please feel free to send them in. Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks. Good morning, Jack Mack. Good morning, Anch, and good morning, Lauren. Thanks all very much for being here. Yeah, it's 30 minutes plus 30 seconds here. Please feel free to send challenges. So yeah, cool. Interesting. So d5, not c5 here, is a choice. So this d5 versus c5. This is a big difference for black here. So d5, knight to c3, pawn takes e4, knight takes e4, knight to f6. No problem. No problem, Gecko. Thanks for being on the stream, anyways. By the way, we are up to 6. However many. Oh, and actually, sorry. This is sort of why I was doing this. It doesn't matter, rated or unrated is both okay. But chess bad. Please, your challenge is not coming through correctly. So I just want to make sure everyone's sending the right challenge. So it's 30 minutes plus 30 seconds. Chess bad. I think yours. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. No, thanks. That's gonna happen multiple times. So I just wanted to make sure that that everyone's ready for it. So, cool. D5. Sorry about that. I don't. Oh, so this is a game from our previous simul. So basically, knight to f3 was played against I played knight f3 against the French. Sorry, it took me a second. Just awesome. Okay, cool. We're up to 8. Thank you, Chessbad. Great job. We're back. This is all the challenges are correct. We're up to 9. So 4, 8, 9 here. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. We're up to 9 challengers. So good stuff. Interesting. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Until. So yeah. So it's up to we're up to 9 people, and yeah, simul. So we're up to 9. 9 and starting at 8:45. So this is a game from the last simul. The Pravilo played. Knight to f3 was played. I played knight to f3, although I don't really remember it. That's not what I usually play, but it must have been me playing a simul game. This knight to f3 was played against the French, and then knight f3, e4, d5. So, anyways, looking further on this. Okay, let's take it from Black's perspective. How many were you up to? We're up to 9. Yeah, that's great. I would say 800 to 1480. That's definitely good, Rorim. Yeah, keep up the good work. That reflects study. That's a lot. That's good study. The time control is 30 minutes plus 30 seconds. We're up to 9 people here. So yeah, please yeah, please feel free to send more. 30 minutes plus 30 seconds. So yeah, so knight to c3, pawn takes e4, knight takes e4, knight to f6, knight takes, queen takes, d4, and basically this, White's playing, basically White's playing this this opening knight to f3, knight d4, and Black's, Black's idea is c5, basically challenging the center, yeah, again, this is the game that Pravilo got against me in the last simul. Black is playing an unusual, Black is basically playing against this, against this unusual opening. This c5 move makes sense. This makes sense in the context of the, this makes makes sense in the context of it. But obviously, we've deviated a lot from the French at this point. Knight to c6, c3, bishop to d6, bishop to e2, h6. Basically, White's just going to start to attack. Castles, queen to d2, a6, pawn takes, bishop to c7. And Black is looking fine. Ideas for Black, things like knight to e5, things like rook to d8. This ends up being good for Black, and or best response for Black. But White's going to continue to attack here. Cool. So yeah, so this was a tactical mate for white. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Okra. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, sure. I can add Lauren. If you friend request me, Lauren, I'll accept the friend request. Maybe that will work. That's an idea. Okay, cool. We're up to 10. Thanks. Let me see. I'll try to get that right now. That's fine. But let's see if that lets your challenge come in. Was the point? Okay, how many were you up to? Up to 10. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Aiden. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, that worked. Interesting. Thanks for the help on that, Smiggy. I didn't know that's how that worked. But yeah, no, that's good. So it's 11. Knight to f3, knight takes, knight takes, knight to f6, knight takes. So basically, white neutralizes fairly early. In this game, you know, things are going, I guess I would say, relatively equally here. Let's go back. Sorry, I feel a little bit bad because I'm paying a little bit of attention to the simul. Yeah, 30-minute plus 30-second delay. But yeah, feel free. Please send more. We're up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 10 or 11. We're up to 11, and shooting for at least 16. 30-minute plus 30-second. So yeah, that's where we are with that. So yeah, knight to c3, knight takes, knight f6, knight takes f6, queen takes f6. D4, c5 against d4, c5, bishop to e3, knight to c6. The games are starting at 8:45, so in about half an hour. So yeah, please tell your friends. Please tell anyone who's interested. Yeah, we're up to about. Oh yeah, cool. No, thanks everyone. So yeah, cool. So this by the way is just came from the last simul. White made multiple errors here. Queen to d2 runs into rook to d8, and having you know, the ability to yeah, I'll be playing all the players. We're up to 11. So yeah, anyone who joins in with 30-minute plus 30-second, I'm gonna play all of them. So we're up to 11 right now. D4, C5, bishop to E3. Yeah, you're on, Lauren. Thanks. Yeah, you're good. Queen, bishop D6, bishop E2, ace H6, castles. So white's playing for center control and trying to assemble kind of a centralized attack. Queen to f6, rook takes, queen to d8, rook to e1, queen f6, queen e4. And yeah, I mean, I guess I would say that white's looking pretty solid here. The main issue in black's position is the lack of development on the queen side. This happens in the Sicilian sometimes. You know, if the rook gets, yeah, this is your game, Privilo. Knight takes, bishop to e5, queen takes, rook to d1, queen f6, rook takes, queen takes, rook to d1. Yeah, hey, welcome, Alexandre. The simul starts in about 29 minutes. We are up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're up to 13. All right, cool. We're up to 13, and 16 is the score to beat. So I think we'll probably be able to do it. But yeah, 29 minutes. Yeah, simul starts in 29 minutes or so. So yeah, this game preview, I don't really know why I played knight to f3. I probably will play some somewhat unusual moves in simuls. I guess knight to f3 keeps things kind of, as opposed to going into a theoretical French, which I'm kind of worried about. Hey, welcome, Drumstick. Thanks for joining the stream. Knight to c3, pawn takes e4, knight takes e4, knight to f6, queen takes d4, and then c5. I think c5 is fine, though. The engine here in this situation is looking at h6 and queen to d8, but c5 challenging the center makes a lot of sense. Let's take a look at the eval. I don't know. I mean, I understand the challenging of the center. That makes sense to me. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Sridhar. Yeah, we'll be playing in a basically as soon as you can, or as soon as we can. But we're up to 13. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. But yeah, anyone who wants to challenge me to 30 minutes plus 30 seconds, please do. So I'm just gonna adjust the name of the stream. But yeah, we're up to 13, I think, and yeah, we still have half an hour, or almost half an hour. Yeah, no problem at all, Smiggy. Definitely not. Nothing. Yeah. Feel free to send. I just wanted to do it mostly so that people were all sending the right challenge. But I think everyone's good. So yeah, 30-minute plus. Oh, hey, Ruben though, could you adjust your challenge? Your challenge is coming in as 30-minute plus no increment. Would you be all right just adjusting it to 30-minute plus 30-second? So yeah, pawn takes, knight takes. Yeah, no problem. It will happen a bunch of times. Yeah, no problem. No, thank you very much for joining the simul. Thank everyone so much for joining the simul. This is really interesting. It's cool that chess.com basically works like this. That you basically can set up a cool configuration like this. I haven't tried Lichess's simul. I've heard it's also pretty solid, but given that I'm on chess.com, it seems to work fairly well. Oh yeah, sure, absolutely, Lauren. Came in correctly once. Would you be all right resending it, Lauren? It looked like it didn't stick. It came in correctly once though. Can you retry? We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect, Lauren. 12, 13, 14, 15. We're up to 16. Cool. Yeah, so 16. We're too short of last time, and we still have 25 minutes to go. So yeah. Yeah, I can see everyone's I can see everyone's challenge. Yeah, no, it's here, Smasher, or it was. Actually, would you be okay resending it? Awesome, thanks, George. Thanks also for Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Cool. We're almost there. Yeah, for sure. That challenge is there. Awesome, Smiggy. So yeah, we're up to as many as last time with 20 minutes to go. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna to organize this. Honestly, I feel bad. I don't think I'm giving Pravilo the best analysis. So I think for the people whose games were this morning, I think we should probably save these for tonight if nobody objects. This would be delaying for TK, Pravilo. Actually, we've already Pravilo and an eccentric horse. Let's go over those games tonight, if that's all right. Or actually, no. Yeah, just because it's getting hard to organize both. But yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I was just gonna start talking on chess.com. Yeah, sorry, I was just working on this. I just wanted to figure out all the things on chess.com. Sorry, let's go to the analysis. This will be interesting. Yeah, let's check. I'll check everyone's challenges. I just wanted to send info to chess.com. But yeah, cool. Yeah, let's take a look at the challenges now. Sorry, this lagged for a second. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we're up over 18. Yeah, who's asking? Alexandre. Let's see. Yours is definitely there. Yours is right here. And then yeah, cool. So we're up to 20. Yeah, and whoever wants to send challenges, please do. But we're up to 20 so far, which is great. That's more than last time. And yeah, awesome. Anyone else who wants to send 30 plus 30, please do send. Cool. All right. So yeah, I really just wanted to look over Pravilo's game. We may not get to all of the games that we were looking at, but yeah. Anyways, e4, e6, knight f3, d5, knight to c3. Pawn takes e4, knight takes e4, knight f6, queen takes. Basically, I thought this was reasonable. White played an unusual move where I think they're right here. This looks like about 20. So yeah. So d4, c5, bishop to e3, knight to c6, c3, bishop to d6. Basically this, these white pawns are facing off, or this white play is beginning to start against the black king. So bishop to d3, queen to c2. These are the ideas. The actual moves that that white uses to try to get through the to basically get through the center here. Rook d8, queen to c2 faces off against or basically aligns with h7. But it's kind of an interesting situation with the queen on f6. White can't really expand on the queen side or the king side as well as you can without it. So so knight takes d4, bishop takes, bishop to e5, bishop takes, queen takes. And basically here, I think white is just, white is just better. This c5 pawn is difficult for black to capitalize on. White can play b4, white can play bishop to f3, rook to d1, queen to f6, rook takes, queen takes, rook to d1. Basically, this will end up being about 5 points up as white, I don't know. I mean, that's a big positional advantage. The main thing that white's capitalizing on here, and I'm kind of wondering what the best way to sidestep this proactively was the development of the light squared bishop. White's going to exert pressure on the king side, and the white squared bishop is, stuck on c7. I'm wondering if maybe bishop to d7 here could have been a good, or basically a good idea, or like rook to d8 now. So I think rook to d8 is probably the best play. With rook to d8, you start to have moves like bishop to d7, bishop to e8, but moves that will get this bishop out. What we saw in this game is basically the lack of development for the c8 bishop caused a lot of problems. Rook d1 here, and this bishop can't get out. That's the problem. Queen to e4, bishop to f3, but it wasn't until now that the bishop can get out, and it comes at the cost of a pawn. So so overall, I think the position, I think basically, white was able to capitalize on black's positional play here. This pawn on c7 holds the queen on d8. But yeah, cool. All right, so let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Cool, yeah, thanks, Brendan. Thanks for sending the challenge. We're up to about 17 or 18, and we have 18 minutes to go. Knight to f6, queen takes, d4, c5. This is good. I mean, basically, I think that black's situation here is I think black's opening situation is not bad. White is trying to capitalize on this unusual pawn structure. Trading off the knight, I'm not sure is particularly good for white. D4, C5 is a bit of an error. C5 sort of runs into, C5 is an interesting way to challenge the center. But yeah, this C5 facing off against D4, this ends up being kind of a liability after pawn takes C4 becomes available. I think pawn takes C4 was playable at a lot, or pawn takes C5 was playable for a lot of white's position here. So knight to C6. White plays c3 to defend it, but I think from this point in, d takes c5 is the best move for white. So in terms of improving this game for black, I think that what ended up being a big liability was the undeveloped bishop on c8. But in terms of tactical improvements, this pawn takes c5 was available for quite a while. So so this facing off on pawn takes c5, that is better for white. Pawn takes c5, bishop gets pushed to c7. Knight to d4, and yeah, I mean, black is playing a reasonable way of challenging the center, but yeah, that's yeah, this ends up better for white. Having to take the bishop out at the cost of a pawn is not ideal. White mobilized quickly his rook and queen on the open file, so so basically, bishop to d7 the bishop got stuck on d7 is the main point. So. Anyways, interesting game, Pravila. Yeah, I guess I would say, in terms of improving this game, the pawn on c5 was hanging for multiple moves. It didn't even get... Pawn takes c5 wasn't played by white immediately, but the opportunity was there. From this point forward, basically from the point where it's white to move and c3 has been played, there's nothing wrong with white playing pawn takes c5. I missed it for a number of moves, but pawn takes c5 was a better way to play this. Bishop takes, rook to d1, queen f6, rook takes, queen takes. So yeah, this I think this basically was good for this ended up being good for white, and white exerts pressure on the open file, and the bishop can't get out without hanging b7, or takes many moves. So the main moves that I would focus on are not hanging c5. C5, the opening was fine, but hanging c5 was problematic, and then there became underdevelopment of the bishop on c8. All right, let's wrap that up. I'm sorry that took a while. There are 2 other games for this morning, but I realized that I should probably be setting up this simul. Hey, 4Z LOL, please resend as 30-minute plus 30-second. Also, Joni sent 30-minute plus 31-second. I guess that's fine. I don't really care, to be honest. But just in case you want to adjust it to 30-minute plus 30-second, that's fine. And yeah, we have this simul. We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 people. Cool. And yeah, just 4Z LOZ, please, or 4Z LOL, please. Okay, all right. I mean, it's fine with me. It's fine with me, Drumstuck. Realistically, that's about the same. So yeah, please send me a new one, 4Z, 30-minute plus 30-second. The simul starts in 13 minutes. I'm trying to ping everybody on the Discord. But yeah, simul starts in 15 minutes. So thanks very much. I'm gonna grab a soda. I realized I should get more prepared for this. I thought I was gonna be able to jump right into this basically from the lesson, but it's in between setting up and not. I'm just gonna accept the ones that are 30-30. Yeah, sorry, Aiden. Looks like your match here is in for 10 minutes, unrated. So yeah, please send 30-minute plus 30-second 4Z. If you'd like, please send it 30-minute plus 30-second. Yeah, no, the extra increment definitely helps. To be fair, it's kind of interesting. I'm sort of playing around still with how to get how to get the times exactly right. I'm hoping for big simuls, but yeah, learning how to set the time correctly for the simuls is kind of a challenge. But yeah, 30-minute plus 30-second increment is the time control, and we're starting in 10 minutes. I'm gonna grab a soda. All right, thanks. Sorry, thank you very much for bearing with me. But yeah, 30-minute plus 30-second. We've got a bunch of challenges coming in, and yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna decline 4ZLOZ's game. The 10-minute one, the 30-minute one is the important one. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, so we have 10 minutes to go and 17. Yeah, that's what I did. No minute. Yeah. So everyone who's here is good now, and yeah. So I'm gonna keep looking at this, and basically 30-minute plus 30-second I think is where to go. So yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Alexandre. We're up to 18. I'm gonna ping on the Discord. Hopefully, maybe I'll go in general in the chess study group. So let's see. I don't know if that'll help, but I'm hoping for 75% or better. So yeah, my goal here, I guess my goal here is free chess lessons for everyone. I think that's possible. I think that will happen. My goal for this tournament is to go 75%. But free chess lessons for everyone forever. That's the goal. Yeah, thanks, gamer. Feel free to join on 30-minute plus 30-second on chess.com. My screen name is Ted Belanoff, and we've got about 20 games here. But yeah, starting in 8 minutes and 20 games to go. So yeah. But yeah, 20 minutes. Or sorry, 30-minute plus 30-second delay, and this should work. Cool. How many were you up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 20. Awesome, perfect. Yeah, exactly right, gamer. That's exactly how to send that challenge. And yeah, we're starting in 8 minutes. So so if anyone has any additional people to get to join in, the simul starts in 8 minutes. So yeah, almost there. All right. Yeah, I'm actually really curious. I'm sort of thinking about how to do what the simul is, or basically like how to what the best strategy for a simul is. I think what you want to do is you want to set up really complicated positions that I can't solve quickly enough. I mean, you know, I'm a master. I'm not a grandmaster. So sure, yeah. Let me take a look, Anch. Oh yes, you are absolutely right. You did send two. So let me take one off. Cool. And I think that's the only one that's like that. But thank you very much for that. Yeah. If anyone else is having problems challenging, I was thinking of bothering Jen to make her challenge me. Cool. And thanks, SWWI. Your challenge is in here too. Awesome. And yeah, this looks great. So for however many, basically we have 6 minutes to go, and we're gonna get to everybody. So yeah, I wanted Jen to play. Jen was having the same problem that Lauren was having, but the thing about I didn't know how to fix the thing with Lauren, or the thing with Lauren, until someone else said it. So I guess if Jen was awake, which I don't know if she is, it's kind of tricky to do. But yeah, anyways, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, no, I should have realized that they needed a friend request. Then we could have gotten Jen to play. But yeah, it's too bad. Whatever, it's all right. I think Jen is sleeping anyways. So yeah, we're up to about 20 or so, and this is about to get interesting. We still have about 5 minutes till we start, but we're closing in. With 5 minutes to go, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19. Cool. I don't know if we can get 25, but we have 5 minutes to go, and thank you all very much for being here. Really, I really appreciate it. These are really fun, I think, and yeah, you know, it's cool. It's very nice that they have the functionality to get this all set up. We have 19 with 5 minutes to go. If anyone wants to get in, it's about to start. I don't know if I haven't decided whether I'll take late challenges or not. The thing I also know about this is that it takes a few minutes to set up. So like, you know, it takes like a few minutes to play the first 2 moves, you know, because one of the things about chess.com is it times you out if you don't play the first 2 moves of a game. So it takes us a minute to get set up completely. So we're up to 19 now, and we should be able to get to more soon. So if anyone else wants to send games, please do. And yeah, really looking forward. This is really cool. Hey, Joni, I think you sent 2 challenges. I'm gonna take one off. But yeah, and that looks like the only ones that are duplicated. So cool. Awesome. Yeah, please send. Let's see. I'm just looking. Just looking at this, but 5 minutes to go. I don't know. All right, cool. Thanks for the challenge, Cwin. Feel free, please send more. We're up to, I think, 18 or 19. I don't know. I'll probably take challenges for a few minutes after the tournament starts. But right now we've got 30 minutes plus 30 seconds coming in from about 20 people. So please feel free to send more. Yeah, we're getting there. All right, cool. Thanks for the challenge, Aphelion. Awesome. I was wondering when that was going to come in. Yeah, we're up to 20, I think, getting started, getting ready to go in about 3 minutes. Awesome. Thanks, Aphelion. Thanks for joining, and thanks everyone for challenging and for being here. This is this is really fun. I really like it. We're doing a week. This, I think, is a weekly thing every Tuesday. So if anyone wants to play a simul or either a rematch in the future, please challenge me next week. We're gonna do this each week at the same time, and hopefully, I'm very excited. 30 minutes plus 30 seconds is pretty quick for 20 people, 25 people. If it gets bigger, we'll make the simul bigger. And thanks, Roblox. Thanks very much for sending the challenge. I think we're up to about 21 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that right? All right. 18. Thanks, Subin, for the challenge as well. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, cool. We're at 18 now. But yeah, if anyone wants to join in, this is your good chance. Yeah, please feel free to send. 18 is more than we had last week, which is great. And it looks like about 18 now. I don't know. Did some of them fall off? Because I feel like we got a few more challenges coming in, and then some of them dropped off. It's all right. I mean, I'll probably be willing to start at least while I'm still setting up. We can take a few more challenges after 45, but yeah. So we have 18 challenges coming in right now. Yeah. Is a simul hard for me? Not particularly, to be honest. The only thing is, playing a simul well is difficult for me. I'm aiming for 75%. But yeah. So we have 18 challenges at once. Let's see, Lauren. No, yours still seems to be here. But yeah, we're gonna start in 1 minute. So yeah, it is basically playing Blitz. That's correct. Anyways, we have 18 games here, and I'm going to start it off. All right, thanks everyone a lot for being here. This is really fun. We have 18 games here, and yeah, thank you all very much for sending. Seems like a few of them dropped off. Peanut Butter, please challenge 30 minute plus 30 second. I'm willing to get a few. I'm willing to get a few minutes, but thanks all very much for being here. Thanks all very much for participating in this. And yeah, if you guys want to keep sending challenges in, especially while I'm still setting up. Yeah, please do. All right, cool. Thanks, Subin, and thanks, Joseph Florio. And thank you, Anch, very much for helping promote this. So yeah, this is game 1. And here, okay, Lauren is number 2. But yeah, please keep sending 30-minute plus 30-second challenges, especially while I'm still setting up. It's completely fine. It takes a minute because I have to play 2 moves on each game first. King's Gambit is dangerous, to be completely honest. King's Gambit is I think a really good strategy for a simul, because with King's Gambit. All right, so we're up to 2 on that one. Yeah, so we're just setting up. So if anyone else wants to send their 3 minutes, or basically their 30-minute plus 30-second delay game in, there's still plenty of time. I'm just setting this up right now. And yeah, 30-minute plus 30-second. And yeah, I'm just setting up, so it'll take a minute to get off of pending. One of the things, I have to play 2 moves against each player. But yeah. So just gotta stay on top of all this. Okay, I think we're good on all of these, right? I've played 2 moves in each of them. All right. On to the next. Yeah, please send challenges. Here's game against Smasher. Cool. And yeah, we're up to about 20 players. We still have some time. 30-minute plus 30-second. I think this is the way to do it. So yeah, please challenge me. 30-minute plus 30-second, and we'll be getting started. If I accidentally mess up any of these, please let me know. I have to play basically 2 moves in each game, otherwise they get aborted. So yeah, this is ready to go. All right, here's Subin's game, and this is it's just gonna take a minute for me to get to all of them, but we should be there soon. Cool. Awesome. Thank you everyone very much for being here. Thanks all for the challenges. I really appreciate it. This is fun, and it's great to get a good opportunity to play everyone. Yeah, we're doing this as a weekly thing. So if anyone else wants to send in challenges, or if anyone else wants to challenge, or anyone else doesn't wants a different game, please please feel free to come next week. So yeah, this looks good. I think all of these games. If I accidentally default on any of them, please let me know, and we will get it reset up. But for now, I think we're good. We're just sort of going through these. Here we go. But yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks all for the challenges, and we still have some time. So please feel free to send your challenges, and I'll accept them as they come in. Awesome. Okay, good on that. Wow, there are a lot of games, this is great. So we're gonna see how this goes. Knight to f6. We're on to 4 LOZ. Oh, please don't abort if you okay, 4 LOZ's game. All right. It may take me a second to get to these. Okay. Awesome. All right, cool. Let's take a look, Alexandre. Here's e4. Yeah, let's get ready to start this game against Alexandre. Cool. I think those are all good. Yeah, just for here, setting this up is sort of the most challenging part, to be honest. Let's see. Alright, on to SWWI. On to Cwin. Yeah, I do sidestep the Traxler, that is true. Yes. I don't think I'm good enough to play the Traxler in a simul. There's just too many things to worry about Traxler in a simul, to be completely honest. We're almost there. Onto Aphelion. Thanks everyone very much for being here. Thanks everyone for the challenges and for playing. All right, cool. Yeah, we've got looks like we've got 7 more, and then we're all ready to go on everybody. Cool. All right, Roblox. Onto this one. Okay. George, here we go. Got the Scotch in that one. And yeah, looks like about five games. Here's Joseph. And yeah, Smiggy. This is really interesting. I'm very excited for this. This is gonna be this is great. I don't even know how many games we have, to be honest. It seems like about 30, maybe less, somewhere between 20 and 30. Yeah. So far, I feel like I haven't missed any. But I am making sure that I don't. Yeah, interesting. This is cool to set up, though. A lot of games. I don't think I've missed anybody, have I? There's still a few more. There's still a few more challenges coming in. But yeah. So here's 5. Let's see if I can make the screen bigger. Okay, here's this one. Okay, all right. Sorry, Bishop Hurricane. That's what I was worried about. That one got a. Hey, thank you very much, One-Eyed Hawk, for the thing. Please, sorry about that, Bishop Hurricane. Let's rematch. Sorry for that. I knew I missed one of them, and it was kind of hard. Yeah. So knight f3, knight to c6. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry about that, Bishop Hurricane. If that happens to anyone else, please let me know. Yeah. It is tricky to start these off. So yeah, so Ivan Core, on to you. And we've got 30 minute plus 30 seconds. But yeah, Ivan Core, ready to go. Yeah, cool. All right, knight to f3. And then 3 more games, 3 more challenges. We're still setting up, so if you want to get in, this is pretty much your last chance. Game against Emmett. Emmett's here. Cool. Yeah, and a game against Mock Studio. Yeah, thanks very much. If anyone else wants to play, this is pretty much your last chance. Otherwise, I'm going to start moving on to everyone's games. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks. Later, we've got one more. Mock Studio, it's you now. And Sam Sejwani, thank you. Okay, Mock Studio, up to you. All right, Mock Studio, it's your move. Cool. And Sam Sejwani, you are officially you have officially challenged. Sam Sejwani and Mock Studio. That's the one that I'm looking at. Okay, Mock Studio's here. Sam Sejwani, we've got, and yeah, I think that's it. All right. You know, if anyone else has any more, please send them. But I think we're ready to go. This is this is exciting. More games than can even fit on my screen, to be honest. This is great. A lot of fun. Thank you all very much for being here. We're closing out with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 games. All right, 26 games. Yeah, let's see how this goes. This is going to be really intense, really interesting. Yeah, good luck to everyone. Thank you all very much for being here. Yeah. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. We're up to 26 people. That's a great turnout. If anyone wants to send any final challenges, I think you know, this is pretty much around the last time that I was planning to do that. But we're ready to roll, and this is gonna be really interesting. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks so much for the challenges and for the time. Yeah, on to playing. 26. All right. 26, I'll have to think about what my goal is. My goal was 75%. That's what I got in the last one. And I feel like I'm getting slightly better at these. So yeah, 26 players, and we're going to see how this goes, to be honest. But thanks to everyone so much for being here. This is really fun. We're doing this as a weekly event, and it'll be at the same time next week. So yeah, really looking forward to getting to play against everyone. And this should be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for supporting the stream. Thanks for being here. And yeah, good luck to everyone. All right. So let's see how everything's going. I've seen a few King's Gambits. I've seen a bunch of Italian games. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow, best streamer. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. So yeah, we've got 26. We've got 26 players. I am bouncing through these, and we'll see how this goes. All right, Sicilian. There's a Sicilian with an early, basically Sicilian with an early Maroczy bind. Italian game with an early knight to e5. London system here, mainline French there. And yeah, we're ready to go. This one looks dangerous. 4Z LOL. That should be kind of dangerous. Those threats on c7 are already looking a little bit frightening. I'm scared of things that I can't give enough attention to. That's what I'm sort of worried about, to be completely honest. But yeah, up to 26 players. Thank you all so much for being here, and yeah, ready to go. Okay, this one already, Pravilo's game, it looks like I got to be sort of careful. Pravilo's playing an aggressive center play here, and I have to give that attention. Rook to e1, bishop to e7, bishop to c5. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It looks like the way that the algorithm for this works, it sends me to the games where I've played the fewest things. So I hope everyone's sort of in progress here. But I need to move on a lot of these. The ones near it basically takes you to the game where you have the least amount of remaining time. So yeah, this is interesting. There are a lot of games. Thanks everyone very much for being here. I did miss Bishop Hurricane. Yes, I did. I did miss Bishop Hurricane, and I think now, yeah. So it's kind of interesting. It sends you to the place where you have the least remaining amount of time. That's how the algorithm works for this. So it seems to be sending me to the same games, sort of the ones that started first got to be or the ones that keeps revisiting, which is kind of interesting. It's an interesting way to do that, actually. But yeah, it means that sort of some people you play earlier in the simul and get further into the game, and some people you play later in the simul and get further into the game slightly later. But it's really interesting overall. 26 players, and I have a lot of moves to make. This is pretty cool. We'll see how this goes. I'm drinking my tab, and I ran out of Monster, so I'm on to Tab. Pravilo's got that early threat going. How much time do I have? I have like 23 minutes in these. Okay. Okay. Everyone's playing good openings. That is, it's definitely more challenging with good openings. If I can get early tactical play, I have better chances, I think. But anyways, this is really exciting. A lot of pressure. Flagging. So basically, I should be playing 1 minute per second, or 1 second per move, right? If I have 26 games in a 30-second time increment, then that means that it should be about 1 second per move. So I guess I should be playing faster. All right, so we're relatively early on all of those. Okay. Interesting. We're up to 26 games. 26 are going at once now. Pravilo is really attacking me. Pravilo's got this aggressive center attack, and I don't know how to deal with it exactly. Good idea, by the way. Those types of early attacks are difficult to play in the are difficult to play. So yeah. Here we go. Knight takes. Knight d7. Awesome. Cool. It keeps sending me to the same ones. That's sort of interesting. All right. So knight to c6. Pawn takes. Uh-oh. What happened in this one? Joseph Florio's got a pretty solid thing going there. How did I mess that up? Oh, interesting. Okay, I see what I did. Yikes. All right. How am I gonna fix this one? Let's see. That's my idea. I don't know. Joseph Florio, I got an error on the one against Joseph Florio. I think is going the best so far, or the worst for me. Pravilo, though, also really making my life difficult, which is really smart. Pravilo's got a good idea here. Yeah, Lauren too with a strong attack. Maybe bishop b4 was better. There was a dangerous game in there. All right, yeah, here, man. Pravilo just relentless. This is this is really a good idea. Okay, all right, that one's sort of interesting. How many? I'm at 22 minutes. I think I should be all right. I just sort of need to get off the ground on this. All right, this was my best idea. Let's see if you can refute pawn takes e5. That was my best idea, Joseph Florio. I think I'm still in a lot of trouble in that game, but that one is that was my best shot. Pravilo's got the real attack going, and it's very difficult for me to defend against this quickly. Like, I'm having to think about this. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's sort of like it sort of helps everybody if one player plays a more difficult game. This is really cool. 26 games going right now, and yeah, some good chances. All right, I haven't gotten to Sam Sejuani's game in a bit. All right, cool. Now we're getting somewhere, cause it had been there's some games that like Sam Sejuani and like Bishop Hurricanes games had been kind of neglected, but yeah, let's see. Call Me Coach's game is interesting. Pawn takes c4 is the best idea there, I think. Bishop takes, queen takes. Still very scared about Joseph Florio's game. I definitely didn't calculate that all out, but I am trying my best on it. So yeah, cool. Yeah, no, Pravilo's really launching the early attack, and if nothing else, it's making me. It's basically giving everyone else better chances, because I have to really think about how to play against Pravilo's game. Yeah, no, because if one of them makes me think, then I slow down and have struggle more on the others. Okay, Sam Sejuani, cool. This one looks like a Caro-Kann. I didn't realize there was a Caro-Kann in there, but there is one, at least. Yeah, jeez, that open kingside now? Yikes. Alright, let's see. Alright, what do we have? Pawn on, pawn to e5, maybe? Knight to d7, bishop to d7. h5, I guess? Sure. I'm playing an early Scotch game against somebody. Hey, cool. Thanks for the friend request, Mock Studio. I appreciate it. Thank you for adding me. Cool. We have f4 coming in this one, and I'm gonna start to attack on the king side there. So more. Yeah, 26 games going right now. This is pretty serious. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It sort of spreads the games from. It basically makes it so that the you're at different stages at different parts of the game. That one I know how to do. This one I got to be careful about too. Aphelion's game. All right. Interesting. Yeah, 26 games going on right now, and yikes. Pravilo out for blood. Pravilo's game, by the way, just I'm on it right now. Pravilo's game, this aggressive kingside attack is really difficult to play against in a simul. So good idea. All right. This is fun. This is really fun. So yeah, thank you all very much for being here. I'm having a great time doing this. This cracks me up. All right, should I add one more in? Okay, I'll add one more in, Alice. I'll add in Alice's game. This will be up to 27. But yeah. Cool. So we're up to 27. How are we doing? I don't see any where I have huge problems yet. Yeah, no, it's like teamwork. It is actually. It totally is teamwork. So yeah, 27 games going on right now. Yeah, no, this is really interesting. So we have ideas against bishop on f4, I think. Early. So Sam Sejuani's game is still very early. It was one of the ones that I started the latest, so I'm gonna see it late. Keep sending me to the same ones over and over again. I hope this thins out a little bit. I'm sort of racing against time because it's like once I get into time pressure on some of them, it basically keeps it so all of the games I have an equal amount of time, and that amount of time that I have right now is 1950. So it's like you have it's almost like you have like hit points or something. Like it's like you're running out against this. You're basically you have the same amount of time, and it's a consistently decreasing amount of time. So I have 1950 right here, and basically that number is going to keep going down. So the amount of time that I have against each person is going to keep decreasing. Did I hang a piece on that one? Smasher's game looks good. That one is also very interesting. Yeah, but to be fair, Alexandria, I'm in a worse position in a bunch of these. I'm trying to come up with good ideas, but there's a lot of really challenging games going on. Everybody's playing great, by the way. These games are all really fun. This is exciting, and yeah, thanks all very much for being here. Yeah, I gotta be careful about that bishop on g4. That could be trouble. May have to sack a piece here, unfortunately. Interesting. Yeah, h5 looks like a good play, Joni, for sure. Okay. So threats on g4. How do I fix this? I guess I have to play probably bishop. No, I mean that's pretty bad too. Joni's got a good position. All right. Can't spend any more time on that one. This is exciting. A lot of good games. Um. Okay. Queen e5 coming in that one for sure. "27 games going at once. This is a lot. This is some challenging stuff, to be honest. Smasher has a good position. Let's see. Queen f3 maybe. Twenty 27 games. Okay, queen trades off. Good. That at least takes a little bit of the threat off. Okay. Let's see. Threats on the king. Very interesting. Maybe f6? Alright, I'll do f6 there. And Joni's got a good position there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, good skewer. Well, let's see. I think queen a3 is okay. Queen e3 should be okay. Subin's playing some dangerous moves, too. Let's see. Okay. Bishop Hurricane's game is tricky. Alright. Thank you all very much for being here. This is, yeah, this is pretty exciting. Let's see, 27 games going on right now, and my time is about 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Hopefully I'll be okay, but we will see. Once that time starts getting low, that's when things really start to get dangerous. Hey, thanks for the follow, pretty boy. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. So far, I haven't hung my pieces too many times in these. Definitely a few, but not too many. Up to 27 games. Bishop d3, okay. Cool. Good idea, Brendan, for sure. Okay, all right, good game, Alexandre. Thank you very much for playing. I really appreciate you being here, and yeah, thanks very much for playing, Alexandre, and thanks for being here on the stream. We're doing the same thing again next week at the same time, and yeah, I really appreciate you being here. It was a good game, and yeah, I got a little bit lucky with those kingside tactics. But thanks very much for playing, and thanks very much for being here. Really appreciate you supporting the stream and for showing up today. So yeah, next simul is next week at the same time, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. So yeah, no, good game, Alexandre, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's rematch next week. That's what I'm excited for. Thanks for playing. Yeah, no, I got a little lucky with those kingside tactics. But Yeah. It was interesting. And good game. Thanks. Oh, sorry, Anch. What happened? I don't know what happened to Anch's game, but Anch's game appeared to also conclude. So sorry about that. But yeah. C3. Good game, Bishop. Good game, Bishop Hurricane. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining as well, Bishop Hurricane. Thanks everyone who's here. It really means a lot to me, and it's very nice of you guys all to be here and to support the stream. So thanks very much for that. Next simul is next week at the same time, Tuesday morning, and really looking forward to seeing you there. Let's see. Threats on D4, maybe, in this one against Smiggy. I gotta pay extra attention to Smiggy's game, because he beat me last time, and I really need to pay attention to that one. Dangerous. We're at 27 games. Cool. Or I guess we're down to 24 or so. All right. We have threats on the king side there and last games. Or later's games, sorry. But nothing yet. So... Bishop's on G5, all right. I don't know. Actually, not getting great play in Emmett's game. I'm not really getting great play on that king side. Okay. I don't know how to do this one exactly either. SWWI's got an interesting position. Okay, all right. This is interesting. Threats. So I'm down to 15 minutes. Everybody's getting about even at 15 minutes, and very interesting games going on. Okay. I probably will have a mouse slip. It wouldn't surprise me at all if I had a mouse slip here. There's a lot of difficult situations in these. I feel like I'm about 24. I have about 24 games going on right now, something like that. So this is pretty challenging stuff. Not gonna lie. And I really wanted to play f4 there, but it's too dangerous. But I think Joni's going to win that anyway, so... Right, so we have 27 games to go. So far I'm I mean, I don't know. I'm not so sure about that, to be completely honest. I think it's I'm predicting, I'm shooting for 75%. And I feel like I'm about on pace. So far I think I'm 3-0, but I think things will very quickly go against me. This one against Johnny, I'm really in trouble again. Really in trouble, and I don't think that that Johnny's gonna, or that I'm gonna be able to win that game against Johnny. So 3-0. We're down to 24 games. but there are many good positions for many people. Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Interesting game there. Okay, F6 maybe? This is tricky. Uh, how many minutes? I have 14 minutes left? Tricky games. 27 or 24 games left. I don't know much about. I don't know. No idea on that, Geo. I think probably just poor screen resolution. But this is yeah, this is 24 games left. Uh, Maybe D6. I guess D6 there. There's that game was kind of complicated. I'm not sure I'm not sure I calculated that all out correctly. Joni's position's looking good. Let's see. Down a piece in this one against Smasher. There we go. All right. Cool. Oh, we're down to 4, I guess. Good game, King Me. Yeah, thank you very much for the game, King Me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for playing. And that one, I don't know exactly what happened on that one, but thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for the thank you very much for the for playing. Appreciate it. The time is dangerous, for sure. I've only got 4 games finished, so but luckily enough, I'm 4-0 so far. But yeah, thank you very much for playing, everybody. And I'm not sure what happened in King Me's game, but thank you very much for playing. Let's see. Okay. Knight to e5, maybe? Very interesting. Okay. Gonna get that kingside attack going. Okay, this one's Smiggy's game is complicated. I don't really know what's going on there super well. All right. Pravilo's game also complicated. Okay, pawn g3. Whoa, that one took forever. That was Alice's game. Alice's game, for whatever reason, got really far behind on. I guess it's just I'm playing the games as they're coming up, so I guess that one started so late that that it's been a little bit slow getting back. But I'm finally on it, so. All right. Joni's game is going to be a win for Joni, I think. Would not surprise me. Yeah, Joni's. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of teamwork to this. Like, if one person gets ahead, it makes all the other games way more complicated. But this is really interesting. Really interesting stuff. There's actually a lot of strategy to this if you guys coordinated. Pravilo helped everyone a lot because I spent so much time on Pravilo's game, trying to be careful in it. All right, we're finally on to Alice's game. Okay. That looks like it wins a piece, I think. I think that wins a piece. Okay. Finally getting to narrow it down just a little. Very tough games. Everybody's playing great. A lot of strong games from a lot of people. Yep, queen takes rook there was good. A lot of good games. I don't know how to do this one. SWWI's game is interesting. Okay. This one's getting more interesting. I guess it's probably this, right? I think it's that. Oh, did I blunder a knight? No, no, I'm good. I'm fine. These are really interesting games. Okay. Kingside attack from 4Z. That is annoying. Let's see if we can figure that one out. Opposite colored bishops, so I should be okay. We're at 11 minutes for everybody. Yep, this is a grind. This is really interesting. Let's see. Queen d6 here, probably. Yeah, queen d6 looks fine. Okay. Subin's game is interesting too. I'm not sure exactly how to win that one. Let's see. Alice sent another match in. What happened? I'm not sure what happened there, but Alice resigned for some reason. Good game, Alice. Thanks. And this one I'm not sure about either. Okay, bishop b4 and then bishop takes later. Alright, I gotta speed up. Not sure what happened in Alice's game. Huh. Yeah, I'm running it. Yeah, the time pressure is is really getting there. I gotta speed up. Everyone's got about 9 minutes left, so I'm gonna speed this up. I'm gonna have to. Thankfully, I did not hang my... I almost got back rank mated. I definitely missed a back rank mate threat. And then, luckily enough, the mate wasn't actually there. So that was helpful. But... dangerous stuff. Okay, I guess I'll just play knight takes c2 on that one. I don't know how to fix that, so I'm just gonna play knight takes c2. Knight to d5 there. Oh man. I don't know how to get the mate on this one. I guess it's that. Maybe g4. Okay. Call me coach also with a fine position. Yep. $8:51. I'm getting worried about my time, to be honest. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, time is very important. It's good though. I mean, the goal is to set the time sort of so I have a chance at least. But yeah, this is challenging. That time pressure is definitely coming. I'm definitely feeling it. Thankfully, some of them are starting to conclude. Not many. Not nearly enough. Yeah, maybe that would be better. 40. I mean, this is fun though. It's fun. It's really fast. If I time out and lose everything, that'll be funny. I honestly, if I time out and lose all of them, that would be funny enough that it wouldn't really bother me. I would think that was funny. Which is not impossible, to be completely honest. I can see that happening. Okay, someone's threatening mate in 1. I have to actually pay attention to that type of thing. Down to about 750 on all of them, okay. All right. Call Me Coach's game is different. Let's see. Rook to d1, maybe. Knight to e6. Yeah, rook e3, rook to there, I guess. that should be okay. All right. I don't know. This is pretty high pressure, to be honest. I'm like, I don't know. It would be funny if I timed out and lost to everyone. I would just call that a team win. If that happens, it's a team effort and a team win, I think. That's how I would view that. But we'll see. All right. Okay, good game, SWWI. Thank you very much for playing in the simul. Thanks very much for the game. Appreciate you being here, and yeah, hope to see you again next week. Thanks for playing SWWI. Appreciate it. Yeah, about 30. It feels like about 20. Feels like about 7 of them have finished. Unless so far I don't think I've lost any, but the ones I lose tend to come later. Those rooks are really a problem in this one. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this one. This just looks bad. Jeez. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Rook to A1. Okay, whatever. That one's dangerous. Right. Yep, looks like a good idea. Okay. Time is going to be a big press here. Yeah, no, this is pretty fast. It's good though. I'm learning, so that's what I'm most happy about. I think a team win would be awesome though. Like if I time out and everybody wins, that's sort of fun too. That wouldn't bother me, to be completely honest. I would just think that was cool. All right, King's going over on that one. Cool, looks good. Hey, thank you very much for the subscribe, Blizzardy. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Let's see, 96 maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that bishop's looking like a problem. Honestly, it's funny. I get all my wins first, and then the rest of them get to be pretty difficult. I think I'm gonna win that one though. But a lot of people are getting wins. This time pressure was or time control was pretty tight. Maybe I should have made it a little bit longer. But I'm happy with the team win, to be honest. Always good to have a team win. All right, I got to really speed up. It's going way too slow. Oh no. Yeah, it's a little late, unfortunately, Matt. Yeah, thank you for asking, but I think I'm pretty much good. All right, cool. Thank you very much for the game, Roblox. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining the simul. Okay. Gotta watch out on that one, too. Let's see. Yeah, the flagging is really the what I'm most worried about. But I just call that a team win. That would be I would not be unhappy. Let's see. Rook to d8 here, maybe. Tricky. I don't know. Let's see. Difficult games. Okay, all right, good game on that one. Good game on that one later. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining the stream, joining the simul. And I'm down to 3 minutes. All right. Got my work cut out for me. Okay. Bit worried about this one. Oh, sorry, Spiggy. That's unfortunate. Well, I don't know. You got the win last week. That was pretty lucky for me, to be honest. I was getting nervous in that game too. Yeah, just luck. Sometimes you just get lucky. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Interesting games. I gotta go fast. Okay. How's material in that one? It's fast play. Let's see. About feels like about half of them are done. Does that seem right? I think I got lucky in that that game against Johnny. That was lucky. Yeah, no, I've gotten some very lucky wins. I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten some really lucky, and that mouse slip from Smiggy too was just super lucky. Um, yeah, no real uh, other claim there. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, but I'm happy. I got lucky. Subin's game, interesting. Uh, okay. Yeah, tricky. Um, I wouldn't surprise me, Lord. There's been a bunch of tough games, so uh, would not surprise me one bit. I'm getting that one. That one's at least one. Okay. Now how do I even fix this? Now I'm just confused. Okay. I guess knight there. Sure. All right. Oh, did I messed that up. I think I just gave up a mate and one. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, and Mock Studio won as well. I missed that one. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Aphelion's game looks pretty solid too.
You want me to distract you?
No, it's okay. It's all good. Interesting. Cool. Sam Sujwani bailing me out. Yep. Looks good. Okay, that one's concluded. I'm actually really curious. I haven't had time to kind of figure out how how many games we have left, but this is there are a bunch of really interesting ones. Yeah, good game, Aphelion. Congratulations, good playing. I'm actually really curious. This is interesting. I think I needed to set the time control a little bit differently. This was pretty fast for a lot of people, but it's still great. I'm pretty happy. This one seemed to be like a team, really a team effort. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Fun for me at least. But exciting and yeah, very good overall. Yeah, no. I'm actually no. I'm honestly, I'm really happy about this. This is cool. We'll see. We'll adjust it next. If it's the time control's not set correctly, we'll just adjust it. No big deal. But interesting. And yeah, a lot of fun games, strong games against everyone. So I'm very happy with this. $27 people. It is really fun. It is actually yeah, no, this is really interesting. There's still a lot of games that are in progress. Probably 10, 15 games still going. Yeah, that one looks dangerous too. Let's see. Can I come up with anything? Yeah, these are really interesting. I'm happy with this. Yeah, Rat's looking good too here too. Interesting. Yeah, so we'll adjust the time control. No big deal. Jen is here. Jen is here being supportive. As she's one to do. She's the best. Jen is the best. No, Jen is the yeah. So let's see. Jen's the real MVP. She's the one helping out with all of this. So, very nice of her. This one also looks like trouble.
How did you just describe me?
The real MVP. Okay, good game. And how many do we have? Like 7 or 8 left? And we have like a minute. Okay. On the plus side, these are getting kind of narrowed down, but I do think I'm headed for a good amount of losses. We'll see how this finishes.
Hello, I'm the proof that
Yeah.
Jen isn't sitting alone in a basement somewhere.
Yep.
Go team.
Jen is great. No. I thought this was really fun. I actually think a lot of people got wins, which is great. I'll probably adjust the time control to make it a little bit more challenging for you guys, but yeah, congratulations to everyone who won, and yeah, great work by everybody. Jen is the engine. Jen is yeah, Jen is the best. She's very helpful. I gotta speed up though. This is really interesting. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea what my finishing total is gonna be. I know I know a good number of people have won. But I'm very curious. I was shooting for 75%. I think it's gonna be less than that. But we will see. Yeah, this looks good for Call Me Coach for sure. This one also looks good for Rats. Oh, right. No, I think I'm okay here. Yeah? We'll see. That one I don't know. That king and pawn endgame is super complicated. I'm not sure about that one. And this one is good. Okay. No, I messed that one up. Really interesting games. How many do I have left? Like 6 or 7? I'm going to resign my game against Call Me Coach. Great game, Call Me Coach. Congratulations. Nicely done. Thank you very much for playing. These were some great games. So yeah. Yes, the rook does look trapped there. Lauren's position looks good too. Interesting. That one also looks resignable, but let's see. Okay, that one's really interesting. That king and pawn endgame is going to be the most interesting one. All right, I'm going to resign against Brandon Morris too. Thank you very much for playing, Brandon. Great job, very good win. And I'm going to resign the one against Rats as well. Nicely done. And we have about 4 left. 4 or 5. No, we have 6 left. Sorry, 6 games left. And all of those are pretty interesting. But thank you. Good game, everyone. Let's see. And I think I've got Joseph Florio just by a bit. But the other ones all look pretty promising for my opponents. Oh, that one, maybe not. Okay, these are really interesting. Okay. Joseph Florio's game. Overall, yeah, good games, everyone. Thank you all very much for playing. This is this is really interesting stuff, and yeah, having a great time. Have a good day at work. Yeah. But
Bye, Internet.
yeah. So let's see. These look okay. This looks challenging. Okay, all right, George, good job, good win, nicely done. Thank you very much for the game. And we have 5 games left. 5 games left here. I am very curious. I don't know what my overall score is. I know that there's a good amount that have. I know there's a good amount of both wins and losses. So my shooting for 75. I bet I'm not distant from there, but probably not there. Maybe I'll adjust the time control. But very interesting stuff. Good game, Aiden. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone very much for playing. And yeah, here's 4Z. Okay. Hey, I think this is the first time where I haven't had to move anywhere. This is really interesting. No. This is a really interesting games. Okay. This queen and pawn endgame, I'm pretty sure I'm okay. This one looks bad for me. This one also looks bad for me. It seems like the losses come in later. But overall, very interesting games against everybody. Thank you all very much for being here. This is a lot of fun for me. These games are really exciting and fun, so I definitely enjoy doing this. Yeah, no, good games. Yeah, no, I'm sure that it is. I'm sure that it is, Subin. You're making a very good point. I'm sure that our game is over. All right, cool. Thanks. Good game, 4Z. Well played. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think that game against Subin is over. Nicely played. Good game, Subin. Thank you very much for playing. And yeah, now we're down to 3. And I will. I'm very curious. We'll take a look at what the final score is. But this was a great. Yeah, this was a great game. Very interesting stuff. Lauren also very nice. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna keep trying in Lauren's game, but I think that that one's probably concluding as well fairly soon. But great games by everybody. Now we're up to about 5 minutes, and yeah, this is great. Well, yeah. Hey, if it's the worst one we see, chess fan, then I'm fine with that. But overall, this is really interesting, and yeah, interesting games against everybody. Lauren's got a pretty good position. I probably shouldn't be playing this out, but I'll play it out just for a few more minutes. And yeah, good game, Joseph. Very well played. Really interesting game, and we are down to 2. All right, we're down to 2, and there's about 4 minutes left. Okay, all right. So let's figure this out. Now I actually have time to breathe. This has been really fun. This has been a really good games. But yeah, let's take a look. So I lost this one, lost this one, lost this one. So 0-3, 1-3, 2-3, 3-3, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4, 5-5, 5-6, 5-7, 6-7, 6-8, 7-8, 8-8, 9-8, 10-8, 11-8, 12-8, 13-8, 14-8, 15-8, 16-8, 17-8. All right, so 17-8. Actually, I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. I thought it was going to be way worse than that. So 17-8. Interesting. So I was shooting for 75%. That's not too distant from that, actually. It's a little worse, but not that much worse. 17-8 is where I'm at. I may finish 17-10. That wouldn't surprise me either. But yeah, 17-10 would be a fine finish. I would not be unhappy with that. I thought it was going to go much worse. I was getting very pressured on the time. Maybe I'd make the time longer next time. But yeah. Okay, so this king goes to c8. That looks good. Should be almost enough. Oh yeah, no. I mean, honestly, rating's just for fun. I'm not too. Most people played unrated. It doesn't matter to me. Great game, Lauren. Excellent play. Thank you very much for playing in the simul. And yeah, very nicely done, Lauren. It's a very strong game. Thanks for playing. 17-9 now. And then this one is the last one going on. I'm not sure how good I feel about this one, but it could be probably going to be, yeah, great game. No, great game, Lauren, and thank you all very much for playing. Thank everyone who's here very much for playing. I was at 7. I think I'm at 17-9 now, and I'm thinking that I'm playing for 17-10. But yeah, really good games by everybody. Really interesting stuff, and that is all very interesting. So. Yeah, thanks very much, guys. 17-9 now, probably headed towards 17-10, and great wins for everybody. Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for playing. I really appreciate it, and thank you very much for the simul. I might adjust the time for the next time. This was a little bit tight, but yeah, really good games by everybody. Great playing, and I'll send you I'll send a good shout out, congratulating everyone who's won personally. But very nice. Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely look at the games. But yeah, 17-9 right now. Probably going to be 17-10. I think Smasher's gonna get me here. But yeah, 17-10, and overall, I'm not complaining. That's actually that's pretty respectable. I think I need to adjust the time limit. I think this was a little bit fast for so many people. But 27 people playing at once, that's really fun. Really great that everyone was here, and thank you all very much for being here. Really fun stuff. I really enjoyed this. This is a great way to spend a Tuesday morning for sure. So yeah, thanks all very much for that. But yeah, really fun stuff. Yeah, no, thank you guys for being here. Normally we're normally a chess lesson stream, but I think making this a weekly thing is a lot of fun. And thank you all very much for the people who have all followed and subscribed over the course of this. Very nice of you, and yeah, no, the really fun stuff. So yeah. All right. I'm pretty much just delaying the inevitable against Smasher. Um, all right. Very interesting games. So just for anyone who's still here, we're doing. I'm planning on doing one of these per week. This was really fun. 27 games going at once at one point. I'll probably adjust the time control, but yeah, that was really fun. And thank you all very much for joining in. So yeah, I think I'll resign this. I think Smasher's got me pretty well here. I don't think I'm gonna get a better outcome. Let's see. Yeah, probably nothing much good here. I don't know. Maybe we'll play a few more moves. But yeah, the next simul is at basically the same time next week. And also, oh, sorry, I'm doing a simul this weekend as well. I should be talking about that. We're doing a simul this weekend. I will advertise that on the channel. But simul this weekend, and that will be a lot of fun. I think that one I'm trying to do even more people, but 90 and 30. And yeah, Lauren, we played and you won, so nicely played, Lauren. Good job. Good game. And yeah, this weekend I was thinking we would do a 90 and 30 simul. That should be interesting as well. But yeah, this has been a really fun session, and we'll do this as a weekly thing, I think. So yeah, really good games against everybody. Everybody played super well. And yeah, cool. I won more games than I thought I would. And yeah, now we're just down to this last one. But yeah, so I forgot about this, but there's another simul. Lots of interesting games and great win. Call me coach. I'm gonna shout out to everybody who beat me on the thing or on the Discord. And yeah, this was really fun. 17 and 10, which means 10 people with a very good with very good games and who beat me. So yeah, there's another simul this weekend. There's a simul this weekend. It's 90 minutes plus 30-second delay. And it's gonna be I'm gonna advertise it on the Discord. But yeah, it will be there. So 90 minutes plus 30 seconds this weekend at Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'll send more requests for it. And we'll get a good we'll get a good sense of kind of who's there. But yeah, next simul is at this weekend at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. And yeah, totally. No, thank you all very much for joining. And yeah, this was interesting. A lot of people here. I might adjust the time control. I'm very excited to get 27 games going at once. And yeah, you guys did great. A lot of wins and a lot of good games. So yeah, all's good. All right, Smasher. I think I'll have to tap out. Nicely done. Great game, Smasher. Well played. And yeah, thank you very much for playing that one, Smasher. I really appreciate the game. I really appreciate you joining. And the next one. So yeah, so thanks all very much for being here. Nah, it's all just for fun, and honestly, we've all played some very interesting games. So, 17 and 10, I'm actually very happy with that. It was both more people than I was expecting, which made the time control tight. And yeah, you guys played great. You guys many good games and just a lot of fun. So so we'll be doing the same thing next week. At Tuesday. Nah, but you won though. Still, I mean, you were the only one who had to play me one-on-one in there. So I don't know. Anyways, great games by everybody. Really interesting, a lot of fun, and yeah, 17 and 10. I'll take that. I think that's respectable. May adjust the time control for the next one. We're doing a simul at the same time next week if you guys would like to play, and we're doing a simul this weekend at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. So that's a little bit later in the day than this one. But thank you all very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Excellent games for everyone. If anyone wants to send them in, we can take a look at them on the stream. And overall, just a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you all very much for being here. Thank you all very much for joining. Yeah, have a great day, everyone. I'll update soon on Discord with the details for the simul this Saturday, and I'll update soon on Discord. Shouting out to everyone who won. Excellent games by everybody. Thank you all very much for playing. And yeah, thanks for that. Have a good one, guys. Have a good day. Next stream is tonight at 9:35 p.m. Eastern time, and that will be in about 11 hours. So thanks very much for being here. This was a lot of fun. Feel free to send the games, and have a good day, everybody. Thanks a lot. Bye.